Alright guys, this is going to be my guide for BK. It's been a while since I've made a guide, but I've had a few people ask me about BK. I will probably upload a GL video after this as well, but we'll get into it here. First we're going to start with the stats. As a BK, you really want to focus on your physical damage. Ideally you want above 80%. I know it's going to be harder at the lower levels, but you can mainly, if you want, you could do mainly agility until you're higher level and then swap to more physical. But honestly, physical, you're going to feel the most damage because essentially as a BK, you want to one-hit people. You want that fatal strike to clear groups of people or even single people. So yeah, so essentially you want to be around 80%. And then for attack speed, I know I'm at 270%. That's really high. I have a lot of accessories and stuff right now. And also I'm level 700, so a lot of fruits. Around 250 to 260 is the sweet spot for BK. Anything below that, you'll feel really sluggish and you won't really like it. So yeah, just try to achieve 80%. Like if you can't, do like 75 and so just enough so you can get like 250, 260 attack speed. That's like your sweet spot for BK. And honestly, I'll mention this. This is my perspective of BK. There's other builds. There's other ways to do it. I'm not a fan of playing tank, or else I would go back to GL like I was. But yeah, we'll get into inlays here. Or fluorite. Let me pull that up here. So yeah, for the fluorite, I've recently swapped over to fire. I was really conflicted between ice and fire, but once you're kind of in the higher level bracket where people are one-hitting you because everyone's super strong, like a lot of pay-to-play players compared to the free-to-plays, like you'll start noticing a big difference between that. And honestly, if you're free-to-play and you're not fighting monsters, stay with ice. Ice is really good. It's good all around. It probably performs better overall, but fire is good because I want to just go in, drop a fatal strike, blow them up. It also has a hidden thing, or people might know now anyways, but it can bypass SD, so it can go straight to the HP, but not a lot of it, but a good amount. But yeah, so essentially fires is you don't have to get hit, so you can drop a fatal strike from far away and still get that lucky proc, compared to being ice where I'm getting like 2 or 3 hit, sometimes 4 hit, and it's not really proccing the ice like it should be because I'm just dying so fast. And yeah, so that's the reason why I went fire over this. Me personally, I only do imp. Imp is really good to use overall for PvP because, like I said, you want to one-hit people. You don't care about, you know, being super tanky, and with my build at least. All right, since we went over the fluorite, what else could we do? Let's go over the class talents here. So starting out, you want to max this first. That's a big one. Then you want to have at least, I don't know, like 3 to 5 points into this if you're into PvP. If you're not into PvP, you can put a few points just to get up to this next bracket here. And then me personally, I went 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here until I maxed both of these out. And then obviously max these out when you can. And then here, I personally went 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. I'm not like, this was like the last thing I maxed out. And then obviously you want to put points into Bloodstorm. That's a huge spell. It's very strong in War of Gods and AoE events. And then since I really focus on PvP, minimum weapon attack up is my last thing I'm upgrading right now. I'm almost maxed out. 95 is max, so that's my last thing I'll be maxing here. And then now for the general talent, since a lot of immortal players and, you know, Monarch players have this now. Personally, I only have 34 points into here. I don't really think 0.5% is going to make much of a difference. I rather put it into like more damage to summoners and BKs. But yeah, essentially what you want to do is 34 points into pen up. And then I believe I went maxed Super B Strikeout. Then I did double attack damage and then lucky strike damage up. And then after that, you can put in points into this if you want to be a little bit more tankier, but I really like damage, so I went more into damaging against classes that I see the most of in my PvP, and that's summoners and BKs. They're just the main classes to play, so that's what I did personally. That can be adjusted. If you want to feel a bit more tankier, you can do it like if I could do 25-25 and 25-25, but me personally, if you're killing them faster than they kill you, you're doing good. So yeah, now this is the skill talents. I personally have maxed this out first. Raid is so important to use in PvP. It's kind of broken right now. I'm sure BK players already know that the distance doesn't really work like it should. Hopefully they fix it soon. I'm kind of conflicted. I wish I kind of put all my points into what is this called, swordplay, because this adds a lot more damage, 25 or 15% more damage when conflicted by swordplay. Seems really good, and also you can get your whirlwind spikes can also trigger 50% of it. Pretty big. Bloodstorm is kind of good for PV, like SW and, you know, DS and also War of the Gods, Volcanus, like EP, like big AoE events where there's lots of people. I don't really have much for artifacts to show you guys. I'm really lacking in the artifacts. Unfortunately, it's not really one of my priorities on the server. I know it should be. You guys can flame me about it. But yeah, we'll go show my fruits. The best thing, in my opinion, to max is your agility right away, and then your combos at the same time. And then what I did personally was I did around 40 to 30% SD, 25% Oracle, and then I sat at 33% super combo. At 33% is like, you know, 1 in 3 hits is you're gonna get a proc. So that right there, if you're really pressured about your super combo, 33% is very good. I personally have had max these both out before I did my super combo, just because it's so much combo hearts to max out. That's a very big thing to keep in mind. But yeah, honestly, combo, agility, like 20 to 40%. I know I said 30 with 20-40% SD, like 30% Oracle SD, like, and then, you know, try to hit 33%. If it's too hard, just mainly focus on these getting upgraded. Yeah, and then also consultation cards. These are very important too. I'm not sure if Mortal has them yet, but pretty straightforward. You just want to get your legendaries. They help out so much. Obviously, you can see all the stats and everything like that. Big thing. One thing I like to mention is slates. I know Immortal for sure doesn't have slates yet, but maybe this might help out some of the Monarch servers that are just getting EP. The best thing to do is to either get level 1 all of your gear. I did level 2 just because I'm extra sometimes. And then after that, you really want to start focusing on maxing one weapon out. Like, I realized that after I'm +3 and +7, you really want to just max one weapon out to level 10 and then do your next weapon and do each piece after that to level 10. It doesn't matter if you do your weapon or whatever, because they essentially just double your fluorite damage. But yeah, you really want to just get level 1, level 2 base all, and then start maxing each one out one by one. It really helps out. What else can I show you guys about BK? I'm trying to think if there's any other questions. I mean, pretty straightforward for your elements. Like, I don't think I have to explain those in this video. But yeah, that's essentially my BK build. And any questions, just ask in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And maybe I'll upload a little PvP video montage thing eventually here. Yeah, thank you.